eating healthy in 2026. Who does that? Well, actually, I do that, and I'm going to teach you how you can also do that. It might seem really simple. You might think, well, just eat meat, protein, healthy carbohydrates like pasta or bread, and fruits and vegetables, and you're healthy. Yes, but it's more complicated than that because everything in the grocery store is unhealthy. Even the big juicy apples you see are unhealthy. You have to avoid ultra processed foods, and that's basically everything you see in the store. You see these organic chips or healthy cookies. It's ultra processed and you shouldn't buy it. It's probably bad because it's going to have seed oils and soy, which is bad for testosterone, and a bunch of other stuff like maltodextrin and stuff you can't even pronounce, which is horrible. So avoid ultra processed foods. So have an animal based diet. What this means is try to eat stuff that comes from animals like meat, eggs, chicken, turkey, pork. You can also eat stuff like eggs and milk and that kind of stuff. And you should also have stuff like fruits and vegetables on the side. You want to think, what did people 100,000 years ago eat? Well, they couldn't eat protein bars. They couldn't eat Oreos or Cheez-Its either. What did they eat? They probably ate eggs, steak, healthy stuff. That's a healthy way to be. And this is a really easy way to find if it's a healthy food. And you have to ask yourself, is this the ingredient on its own? For example, water. What's water made of? Water. What are eggs made of? They're made of eggs. They don't have five ingredients. If your eggs have five ingredients, don't buy them because they're not eggs. If your milk, what's your milk going to be made of? It's going to be made of milk. What's your chicken made of? Chicken, right? What's your apple made of? Apple. If it's like apple, seed oils, sunflower flavoring, natural flavors. No, don't do that. Don't buy it because it's not even an apple at this point. They just put whatever junk in it. So avoid food with seed oils. Use beef tallow or butter at home or ghee, animal fats, to cook. And avoid using plastic stuff to store your foods. So like plastic forks to eat with, plastic containers, and that stuff. Also plastic water bottles. Because this plastic, if it heats up, the microplastics in it are going to melt off and get in your food, and you're going to get these estrogenics, which are like estrogen but worse, in your body, and that's not good. So avoid that. Or if you keep it pretty cool, like cold, that's fine, I guess, but don't even keep it warm or hot because it's going to melt off. So use metal instead. Also, at a store, you probably see this a lot if you check the ingredients, and it says all this stuff, and then you think it's healthy because it has natural flavors. Well, you say natural flavors are from nature, and that's perfectly fine, right? It's like apple juice or whatever, or like natural stuff. Well, it's not, because actually natural flavors are really bad because they're not natural flavors. What they do is that it's basically this like cheat code they do, these big companies like chocolates and foods and crappy stuff like that. They have this thing where they get a food, like let's say an apple, and they take it into a lab and they do all this stuff to it. They take it apart, put all these chemicals in it, all this stuff. And at this point, they put it in here in the lab, and it's not even an apple anymore. And they take it out and they say, well, it came from an apple. We're not going to tell you what we did to it. We're going to tell you it's a natural flavor. That's what natural flavors are. It was food that maybe they still left it as it is, but I don't think so. They did all this stuff to it in the lab, and then they take it out and they say it's healthy natural flavors, which it's not. It's horrible. Avoid natural flavors. If you want natural flavoring on your food instead, make sure it says bananas or apples or strawberries or leafy greens or whatever you want in it instead of natural flavors. You should also avoid artificial flavors because want to know what that is? It's a bunch of chemicals which are horrible for you. And avoid food coloring. So red 40 and blue 6. Basically, if it looks too tasty, like if you don't think 100,000 years ago food would have looked like this, avoid it. So this means like the fruit rolls or whatever, and like all this junk stuff. They might actually put food coloring in chicken at stores. I'm not even kidding. I go to a store and I look at it and it's reddish brown coloring that they put in the chicken to make it look juicier. I'm not even joking. It's that bad. I'm like, don't buy that. Just buy normal chicken instead. Also, you want to avoid bioengineered foods. These companies are putting all this garbage in your food and it's bioengineered. So we have to start avoiding bioengineered foods. If you're going to buy stuff like salmon or fish, stuff like that, don't buy farm raised, buy wild caught because they get these salmon, they breed them in this like tiny, not tiny, but like a small pool. Now they have like a bunch of salmon, so it's super packed, like freaking Hong Kong, but for fish, right? It's horrible. These fish are eating other, these salmon are eating other salmon's poop because they don't have any food. Or it's like they all eat the food, so they just eat each other's like crap, right? And they're not healthy, they're horrible, and that's usually what they sell at the store. Instead, you should try to buy wild caught if you can afford it. And also, something else is if you're buying stuff like chicken, eggs, or meat, try to get it like grass fed. Farm raised, like for cattle, it might be good because it's like raised in a normal farm. But if it's like chickens and you have this like huge shed with like 500 chickens in it, then that's not going to be a healthy egg. It's like the salmon thing. You should not eat those chickens. This was your guide on how to eat healthy. Hope I opened your eyes so you know how bad it is and you know what to avoid. Bye.